Welcome to Friday night's video in our Master Series. This is the 17th video in our Master Series and the 4th video in our editing phase. Tonight we are going to go ahead and do some repairs. This is probably going to be maybe 2 or 3 videos long in this repair section. So first of all, we need to listen to things and make notes about what's going on. So just remember to edit the song from beginning to end in context, because it's very important. We talked about that before, of being able to edit the flow in context to what's going on, in case that you want to check something against something else that as it goes. Don't jump around as much as you can. Go from beginning to end and get it done like that. The next thing is zero crossing. Cut at zero crossing. Zero crossing is a simple concept. You see this audio here, and you see this audio here, in between there, where it's hitting that line, that's zero crossing. If you get the audio down like this, you can see zero crossing there, there, there. Cut there, because it will save you tons of headache later, creating your own clicks, plops, and bleeps and problems like that. Remember zero crossing and cut there. After that, you want to duplicate the track. So when we're talking about duplicating the track, basically I'll duplicate the track complete, so I've got another track of the thing what I'm trying to edit. That way that I can go back and forth and A/B them. I'll get a plug-in like, something like simple, like, there's a simple one that's free, that's For You Blind Taste from Hoffa. This plug-in, basically you can put one on each one of these tracks, and you can compare the two back and forth, so that as you're editing, that you've got a track you haven't fussed with, and you've got one that you're working on. That way you can compare them back and forth to see if you're actually doing good or your cause making it worse. Does that make sense? As you get better, that your judgment call will get better on that. But as you're becoming better as an audio engineer, that I recommend this anyway, because when you're high pass, low pass filtering, or doing whatever you're doing in the editing, that it's really good to be able to go back and forth to hear, am I doing any good or am I making it worse? And to be able to jump back and forth, for visual inspection and for auditory inspection of what's happening as you work along, to be able to see if you're actually doing any good, and to also, in case you screw something up or you've messed something up and then you change your mind, that you've got a piece of that audio. Like if I screw up this section right here and I've done messed it up, and I don't know what I did, this doesn't sound funny, I can go down here and cut it out down here and really quickly replace it and redo it or something. And plus, I just have a really quick track that has the unedited file on it for reference, and in case I need to get a piece that I screwed up or something like that. So it's a huge concept to keep in your mind. So the next thing is to really critically and visually inspect the audio. So when you're going through there, is you basically, not only do you want to listen to it, you've got, like, I've got a little thing here, I see that going way down there, I don't know what that is, it's nothing, I don't see it nothing there, but I was inspecting, I go through there, I see issues. I don't know what it might be. It might be a little spike somewhere that I'm seeing somewhere, that I'm going to stop and I'm going to make a note about that. What is that? What is that? Make a good note of some sound that I'm not sure what that is. And that brings me back to making notes and flags. So we've really critically listening to the track from beginning to end and visually inspecting it, and we're making good notes. We're putting flags on. You've got a problem here. There's a click. You've made a note of a pop. You have distortion. You hearing something, it's like right there. You put something on there. You add a flag to it. Something. Oh no, something's happening there. Make a good note of what you were hearing, and put a flag there. And also, your DAW may have a track notes, to where you can make good track notes about what's going on what's going on in your editing phase or what you're hearing. Besides that, there's other VSTs like this M Notepad that you can make notes about things that are going on and keep track of what's happening while you're editing it. There's VSTs like this this one here, Studio Collect, that you can put a lot of information about what's going on in that track and work you're doing on it. And pictures. You can actually take a picture of that, on my Mac, I'll take an actual picture of this area, shoop, take a picture of it, and then I can open up Snapchat here, or Snapshot, and I can actually add that image. I can go to my desktop, and go, I just took this screenshot, or this screenshot here, and I can actually add it to this snapshot of something that I was, visually checking out, and make notes about it. I can make notes about it down here at the bottom about what I was seeing or what I thought might be happening, and this just boils down to, as you visually and auditorily inspect the audio file really well, that to do good editing, that you want to make really good notes and put up flags about what's going on, what you're hearing, so that when we start editing, you can go back to those places and go, well, here there was some distortion or something happening there, and you go and made good notes about it here. You got good notes on your track. You've got good notes in something like, M Notepad or one of the other ones that, that about what's happening there. And besides that, loops, use your loops. You got a loop of something, loop it, and hear what's going on, and listen to it well, what's going on. Your DAW more than likely has tools like these listening tools. It's like a scrub tool that you can put it on somewhere. Right here, I'm having an issue. To really listen to it, and listen to it well, to, make a determination whether you make a note about that or, yep, right there, bro, that's getting a flag. I don't know what that is. What the heck is that? Try to make as detailed notes as you can, but you understand there's been some times that we're into audio that just sound funky. So that's basically, what you want to do. You really want to make good notes about that. Sonic Visualizer RX6 MATLAB are great for visualizing things and problems you might be having, and also for editing. And you've checked every event for anomalies and repair and remove and made notes about it. Use the tools, loops and scrub tools, to check it out. And then remove the dead space. When you're got to that point, you've got this file that goes all the way out to God knows where, remove that stuff. It will eat CPU power and it will eat disk space as you try to start processing and things like that. Get rid of stuff that you don't need. Any of that stuff that's going on before or after the piece of audio you're working on, clean it up, get rid of this stuff as best you can. It will make your CPU and your disk space go up as you start processing, and then later when you're mixing, it will really eat up disk space and really eat up CPU power trying to process it as you're going through working through your production. So clean that up. So that's the next thing after prepping the audio, and now we've got everything marked out, really good notes about it. We've really critically listened to the track. We've cleaned up any dead space that we're dealing with, and we're ready to start doing some actual editing on the audio. So peace, hope, love. I hope you enjoyed this video in our fourth video on our editing phase and finding the problems that we're going to edit. See you in the next video.